Alrighty, Mr. Frank. And 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Frank here with
Tony.
and this is a completely inappropriate podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, baby, we're beautiful. I'm gonna harmonize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Harmony.
baby. How you
Anyway.
doing? How you doing, Mr. Frank? So we just knocked out 2 episodes. We're doing a 3rd one today because, well, why the fuck not? We got time.
Yeah.
In episode 11, 12, 13, we're on 11. We were doing 11 12. So in episode 12, we were talking about your getting your foot into the Marines with your basic training, a little bit of your infantry training.
Yeah.
Where did we leave off with that?
I can't remember. We were jumping to and fro.
Well, we had a whole hour-long conversation in between that one.
Yeah, we had spoken about fucking boot camp and how I was always getting hazed, and there's no hazing in the Marine Corps. That therefore it's called intensive training, and the whole fucking fraternity style hazing, like fucking getting the keys to the Humvee, then the pre.
That's hardly hazing though. That's just like regular joking around. Like it didn't sound nearly as bad as I was expecting.
But it was fucking fraternity style.
But was there anything like super intense? Like okay.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I wanna know what was the thing. Like so the idea of basic is to break you down, right?
Right.
What broke you, or what at least got you the closest to the point of breaking? Because I know you mentioned how you went in with it with the proper mindset, essentially talking about how you were ready and expectant, willing and ready to expect all this hardcore screaming and breaking down of yourself. What was it though that got you the closest to breaking down if you broke down?
You know, my first night in the fleet, what my
Is it a
some of my
fleet?
seniors
I
were
thought
telling me.
fleets were
Well,
only
no.
in the Navy.
Well, I don't know.
Well, it was a boat fleet.
What 2 of my seniors were telling me, or some of my seniors were telling me, is that I have heart. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know what that meant until fucking years later. Years after I got out of the Marine Corps. And so,
What do you mean?
with boot camp, that fucking, I want to quit, but I won't quit, because, I gotta get this shit done.
You have follow through.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, and...
You proved that to me with this podcast. I never thought, when you said that you were willing to do this, there was no part of me that thought, oh, it'll keep going. Like, because I'm used to people letting me down.
Right.
I'm sorry, that sounds terrible, but I'm used to people not following through.
Yeah.
So it was you've impressed the shit out of me by being somebody that was willing to follow
See,
through.
and I wasn't even trying.
Neither was I. I just like, yeah, let's throw money at it. Why not?
No, I wasn't trying to impress you is what I'm saying.
Well, that's what you got to do on your dates.
Try not to impress? Okay.
Yeah. Calm down. Pull out a little bit.
But, no, what fucking had me, or almost had me, were the fucking humps, the fucking hiking. Because, you would think that all the hazing would get to me. And I'm like, no, because fucking...
It was just the monotonous marching.
No, the hiking through the hills. We had, I think our first hike was an 8-mile hike, and then the last one was like 20 miles.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And this is with packs on?
Yeah.
80 pounds?
The fucking Vietnam fucking packs.
How much?
How
How much weight would you say?
I don't know. Fucking 80,
I can give
100.
you a 25-pound weight or a 45-pound weight. Which one's it closer to?
Whichever one's heaviest. But I don't remember what I do, because what I do remember is in one of those hikes. I think it was a 15-mile hike. I remember this, especially the guy that was behind me. We were putting the fucking things on, right? And it's all these straps and all
Hiking
fucking...
vest?
No, for the pack. And I was new to this, so, I was like, well, what the fuck? And then I put on my pack, and then before we started hiking, like, we just walked up to our fucking starting point. The fucking thing snapped. One of the straps.
The strap broke?
Yeah, it just broke, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then we started fucking hiking, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. If I fucking bring this up, I'm gonna fucking...
How many miles is this hike?
15.
Oh shit. 15 miles with a broken pack?
Yeah, so then what I did was I pulled the fucking strap and I grabbed the fucking, the one that goes over the shoulder, and I held onto that shit.
Okay.
for 15 fucking miles. I was sweating, my fucking arm, my hand mostly was getting cramped the fuck up.
grip.
And I'm like, holy fuck. Where are we gonna finish? I'm like, god damn it. And the guy that was behind me.
I'm curious. Did they tell you that it was going to be 15 miles, or is it kind of just
No,
go until
you
we
know,
stop?
no, you know, like in the drone stores won't tell you. They'll be like, okay, we're gonna go for a hump.
So you don't know what you're in for when you head out.
Yeah, but we do because the recruiters tell you these things. They're like, phase 1, this is what you're gonna do. Phase 2, which was the phase with the hikes.
Mm-hmm. So you had an
this
idea
is what you're gonna do. You're gonna do
Okay.
these humps and whatever. And
So you knew to expect it at the very least if you didn't know it was that day.
yeah, and then the guy that was behind me was his name was Warneke. I always confuse his first name because there was a guy in high school. That
With
was
the last
also
name like Warneke, who needs a first name? That's a strong name. Hi, I'm Warneke. Sounds like an old country western cowboy.
Probably, but yeah, the guy behind me was actually one of the fucking guys from one of the firefighters from that California, Arizona wildfire. The guys that died. I thought it was Colorado, but no.
There's California fires every
They
months.
made a movie about him. I forgot what it's called, but it's with
Backdraft?
no.
It's the only one I can think of.
Recently, it was Only the Brave is what it's called. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and the guy that played him was like 6 foot, and this guy was actually like 5'6", 5'5", maybe 5'9".
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, no, yeah, the guy was behind me, and he he kept pushing me, right? Because I was in the front, because my strides weren't what they are now. So I would actually walk a lot faster than when.
I was mentioning last time we went for a walk. You were
and,
hard to keep up with. You got the long stride for a short guy.
and
Shorter guy.
what happened? So yeah, and then I want to say we took a break, but I don't think so. I don't know. It's fucking forever ago. And he was telling me, he's like, yeah, man, fucking, you're muscling through fucking all this bullshit. And then when we got done, we were back in the barracks, and the fucking guys were like, you fucking piece of shit, you can't even fucking keep up, and fucking all this bullshit. I don't know. And I'm like, dude, I was holding on to my fucking strap the whole fucking time. I was cramping up.
You were a hand less than everybody else.
Yeah,
scrambling up.
and from the fucking bunch, fucking Warneke was the only one that fucking knew
Recognized it.
Yeah.
He's the only one that saw in general, or
Well, he was behind me. He saw that. He's like, "Hey, well, fucking, you can let your arm down, you know."
yeah.
And I'm like, "Dude, I'm holding on to fucking."
Why didn't you tie it?
Because probably.
I hope there was a reason you didn't tie it, because that sounds stupid.
Probably, but yeah. So and then it got to me when he died in the fucking fires, or when I found out, because
Sorry.
also the guy, because we kept in touch, he wanted me to fucking join him in
The firefighter?
Border Patrol.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't like fucking uniformity, whatever. I was like, nah, it's not. It
Says the guy in the Marines.
Yeah. And what happened? Yeah, and he'll tell me fucking, well, I'd rather have fucking you on my side fighting these fucking
Problems.
narco traffic contes. Fucking forgot the word, but
That works.
yeah, these fucking. I'd rather have you by my side fighting these fucking drug dealers.
Drug traffickers.
Drug traffickers. There you go.
Don't try so hard, Frank.
Narcos. There you go. What happened?
Narco de la chingada.
Yeah, so I'm like, I was fat, and he didn't know this. I was like fat. I think it was when I was 320 pounds. And I
Oh,
was
whoa.
like,
I didn't know you got that big.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to say it that way.
And
but
then
that's...
I can't believe it either. And, yeah, sometime after that, fucking, he joined the fucking fire crew over there, you know, fighting wildfires.
Mm.
And I was telling my parents, I'm like, so he probably, if I would have fucking tagged along with him, fucking being fucking border patrol or whatever, he would have probably asked me to join him in the fucking fires.
Yeah, he might
And I
have.
probably would have been there, fucking died too. It's fucking
No sense in thinking about that though. There's like people that say, "Oh, I was supposed to be in New York that weekend. The World Trade
Yeah,
Center
survivor's
got hit."
guilt.
Like, come on, get over it. You weren't there. Like, you can't think that way. You
Yeah.
can't. You just can't. You can't put yourself in that situation. It's not
Yeah,
good for you. It's not good for
fucking-
anybody. All it is self. It's just you putting yourself ahead of anybody else. Like, and then he died, dude. Feel bad for that. Don't feel bad for you surviving something you weren't even a part of to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, put that out of your head.
Yeah,
There's no reason to put
but
yourself in
fucking-
depression for somebody else's unfortunate
Yeah.
happens.
That's odd to think about. I'm like, huh.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, it's like I said. I think I was telling you in between podcasts that I had an ex-roommate who died of AIDS.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know about. No, I wasn't telling you. I was telling another friend of mine. My ex-roommate died of AIDS, essentially, or definitely. And he's like, "Oh, well, it could have been you." It's like, well, one, I wasn't gay. I wasn't fucking anybody. But yeah, absolutely. When anything like that happens close to home, whether it's somebody who's cancer that dies of cancer, you know, you think, "Oh, it could have been me." Like, why not me? We live in the same town. We're a block apart from each other. How, you know, I'm promiscuous. Like that guy was promiscuous with his guys. I was promiscuous with girls. That guy eats the same diet I have. He's got cancer. I don't. Like, what's happening here? Why? What gives me the right to not be as sick as this other person? Yeah, it's you can't think that way because your whole life will be bad.
Yeah.
So we get into. So your pack strat. Let's get back into what broke. Was there any other situations other than this massive hike you took with a broken strap that made you feel like maybe, just maybe, this wasn't worth it?
Not until fucking later. It was all the politics, and I'm like, man.
Well, now keep in mind we're still talking about
okay.
training, right? We're not in
During
deployments
training.
yet. Yeah,
during
we'll talk about
training,
deployment issues and stuff you might have gone through in the next episode.
Can't think of any. Like other than the hikes in SOI, School of Infantry.
Oh, okay. Were those more intense or about the same?
Well, they're more intense because the fucking hills were bigger.
Run to the hill.
Yeah.
Did you run?
Yeah. There were some ranges that were on those hills, and we had to run.
How long were these hikes? Like, so you did a 15-mile hike. How long did that end up taking you guys?
I don't remember. Probably a few hours.
Well, definitely a few hours. I can guarantee you that. I'm just wondering, you know, what the pace you're keeping. Anyway, okay, so we found out something that was hard. Now, what about a super fun, you know, something that made it seem like I can't believe this is a part of the training or part of. It was such a good time. Did you have any moments that were surprisingly lighthearted? You can say no. I mean, if not, I'm just curious.
No, like the fucking Liberal ports. You know the places.
The what?
Liberal ports. Liberty ports.
Yes.
Liberty is
Full
is,
words, please.
Is,
We don't know your.
Liberty
shorthand.
is time off. You know, like the weekends.
Oh, okay.
And then leave
Okay.
is like
Really?
vacation.
Oh, what's the difference with? So Liberty Ports is on base.
Liberty
Time off.
ports is a port somewhere around the world where you stop while you're fucking deployed.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can have time off ship because you can't have more than 30 days on ship.
Right,
I think
because
it was
people go
30 days.
fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, that too. And if you spend more than 30 days, then they'll have a fucking, they'll kilo in by helicopter, bring in some fucking beer or whatever, and they'll have like a fucking cookout in the middle of the fucking Pacific or whatever.
Wow, that sounds fun.
Yeah. But that's the Navy. Fucking, we had that because we were
Okay.
because we were in the same ship. So I'm like, okay.
You just happen to be there.
Yeah. And what happened?
Wait, why were you on a ship? What point was this? During
My
training?
deployments.
We're
Like
not in
to get-
deployments yet.
Right,
okay,
right,
let's not
right.
jump around too
But
much.
because I was saying that besides that,
chronologically.
you know, I didn't really enjoy my time in the Marine Corps until I was in 2-5. Because they were so fucking lax with me, they fucking,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they would do whatever the fuck I wanted. Not entirely, but
2-5.
in
Is
my-
this when you were relieved or before you were relieved when you were deployed in Iraq? Did I have that wrong?
this
I might have it
was okay. Well, maybe I told you and you're getting confused, but
I think yeah.
The
I
unit-
wrote this down, but
the
it's in my
unit that I
notes.
was in, the company I was in 2.5 was the same company that relieved me, that replaced my company in Iraq.
That's what I was thinking.
Somebody, yeah.
Right.
So then I ended up with them, and my time there was so fucking down to earth, right? It was so lax that I was actually considering fucking re-enlisting.
Oh really?
Yeah,
It was that big of a difference, huh?
yeah, and yeah, but then there were times when the fucking leaders, the team leaders in my squad and the squad leader or whatever, they were like, they didn't want to fucking put up with the fucking junior marines, the fucking boots, the rookies,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then
The grunts.
yeah, so they'd hand them over to
Great
me,
ones.
like fucking, go fucking take them for a run or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, it was only in that unit that I would be acting.
You had
team
any
leader.
sort of seniority?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or any fucking responsibility.
So that was kind of fun for you?
Yeah, so I felt like I was finally being recognized, for fucking.
I mean, at this point,
Marine
you're only
I
in
was.
what, a year and a half?
No,
2 years?
at that point, I'm 3 years in.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But,
That's about right. I mean, you work anywhere, that's about the time when you're going to start getting any respect from the people that have been there longer.
Yeah, and then, what happened? So then, yeah, that's the only time. And then I enjoyed my time in the field, fucking the downtime in the field. And when we were going through raids in the field, that was always fucking pretty fun for me.
Okay, so there was nothing in basic training then, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting a little further along into
Yeah.
your experience, but as far as basic training goes, infantry training, there wasn't a lot of fun to be had there.
No.
It was mostly just
Getting yelled
shut
at.
the fuck up, do what we fucking tell you to, and just keep on doing it.
Yeah.
And when you're done, shut up and wait.
Yeah.
Hurry up and sit down.
Hurry up and wait.
Alright, cool. Well, that's good. No. Sorry, it's good to get back to. Sorry,
Yeah.
again, we were getting a little further along than I want to make sure we do this justice, your whole experience, because it's interesting as fuck to me. I'm hoping our listeners give a shit a little bit, but if not, fuck 'em. We're having a good time here. Now, okay, so since we're jumping around already a little bit, let's jump around into our friend Harambe.
Okay.
Now, was he was enlisted with you, or
Yes,
how did you end up
I bumped
running
into
into
him come one of the lunch times.
now? Some
in
of you might
boot
remember Harambe from previous
Yeah.
talks on Completely Inappropriate podcast, where our friend Harambe was having a bit of an issue deciding whether or not infidelity was a course of action to take. For more information on that episode, find the episode. Listen back. Alright, so you meet Harambe on base in basic training?
Well,
or where we
I
at?
met
On leave?
him fucking in the recruiting station here in McAllen.
Oh really?
but then-
Recruiting station before you enlisted, or while you? What do you mean?
Yeah, I enlisted first, and then later on he enlisted.
So how did you meet him at the recruiting station?
Because we would have functions, pulley functions. Pulley is the guys that the people that recently signed up.
Hey, you're a dumbass and you're a dumbass too that decided to do this. Come hang out. Kind of thing.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, kind of like the idea was to
Now
prepare you for the boot camp.
I say these fucking derogatory comments because it's you. I want to make it clear. Fucking all respect and love to any fucking buddy that's willing to sign up for the armed services. I wish I had less hesitation as to joining when I was younger. It's still a regret that I didn't enlist somewhere. So much love to you guys. But anyway, just wanted to say that.
Yeah. So then we met there, and then he recognized me in boot camp. I was already in my 3rd month, and he was already in his 1st month. And we saw each other in the fucking outside of the cafeteria, fucking layman's terms. And then again, when I was in the fleet, I think 3 months into the fleet, January, February, March, April. Yeah, so about April, fucking, I was going up the stairs, and he was going down the stairs, and we recognized each other right
And your
here.
eyes met, and he gleamed like the moon off of the glimmer of the ocean.
Yeah, I
Was
guess.
it love at first sight? Was it love at second sight?
No.
Did y'all look at
Maybe
each
for
other?
him, but I don't know.
Ah, you're
No.
beautiful.
Of course I am. Look at me.
I wish I didn't have to. Alright, so you go up the stairs, he's coming down the stairs.
Yeah, we see each other like, hey, fucking, you're here.
Hey, it's you.
Yeah, and like, yeah, I'm here, fucking.
Hey, Mr. Frank! It's me, Matambe Harambe!
Yeah, and, yeah, so then fucking we're in the same fucking company, and then we ended up in Iraq together, and then I ended up fucking, when we came back, I ended up being sent somewhere else, and he stayed there all 4 years with the same fucking company, same unit.
Where's this?
Camp Pendleton.
Oh, he was still in Pendleton while you were sent out?
Well, we're both still in Pendleton, but he was in, he remained with 2-4. And I 2-4 Fox, and I ended up I went from 2-4 Fox to 2-4 Golf, and then I ended up in 2-5 Fox, and yeah, these guys were like, "Hey, are you a boot?" Because I guess they wanted to fuck with me, and I gave this face like the fook, and I'm like, "You guys replaced us." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
Didn't really answer.
Yeah, and then okay, yeah. So then, fucking after that, they were fucking. They let me do whatever the fuck I wanted. Not literally whatever the fuck I wanted, but it was fucking.
They were more lax.
Yeah, they weren't breathing down my neck.
That's good. And then, so you made her. Do you guys get to spend any time together? Did y'all not spend any time till you guys were out? How did you guys? How are you guys friends now after all that?
Well, we would hang out in the military every fucking now and then, but
Do it?
cause see.
What were you guys doing?
Cause see, me, as soon as I turned 21, I was never a fucking beer drinker until fucking later on life. So I would only drink tequila.
Tequila.
So I always have a bottle of tequila in my room. Everyone fucking knew this. Like, I guess everyone in my peer
Go to the
group.
Mexicans.
I guess everyone in my peer group knew this because the fucking higher ups didn't know, and you have to be an E6 or above to have liquor in your barracks room.
And you were what, E3?
And yeah, and I was in E3, E2, E3, fucking, and then what happened? So, yeah, every time he would run out, and it'd be past fucking 2, because in California they stop selling alcohol at 2 in the morning. Now it's at 1 in the morning. I'm like, God damn it, they're just like Texas. Anyways,
Yeah, but now you have Pinkberry and shit where you can just call people to bring them for you for a fee.
yeah.
You don't even have, you can be wasted off your ass and not have to go to the liquor store.
Yeah. Oh, there's another fucking side note about that too, but I'll get to that after this.
No, if it's a side note, you say
Well, not a side
in
note,
the
like a
moment as a
fucking
side note.
anecdote that fucking this guy and I fucking we got together one time, fucking trying to drink, but we were so fucking broke. This was fucking our last year, like our last few months.
The best story is like, so we were looking for alcohol, but we were broke.
Yeah.
So what happened? Tell me.
And then the guy's like, fucking, you have any money? I'm like, no, I don't have any fucking money. And I'm like, well, I got change in fucking my fucking cinch bag thing that I still have from boot camp. And so we counted that.
In your change purse? Your cinch bag. Your old maid's little coin purse? Is
No,
that
because
what you're talking
I would
about?
have fucking change left over and I just put it all in my bag and fucking forget about it. But then, yeah, he's like, well, maybe I have change too. So he fucking opened up his drawers and fucking got as many pennies. And then went over to this other guy's fucking room and like, hey, you got any change? Like, yeah, I got change. So fucking all we got was pennies.
Beggars.
And then and then we went to the fucking liquor store outside fucking Camp Pendleton, just outside. And we got 2. They weren't 4 locals. They were 2 Mickeys, the fucking 40s, or was it just 2-1?
Thug life.
I don't know. But then the
Probably
guy
2.
was
You
like-
could probably get like 2 for $5 back then or something.
Yeah. And the guy was like, okay, it'll be fucking this much, whatever. And we're like, okay. So then I empty out the fucking bag in front of him. And we start
you
counting
son of a bitch.
pennies.
You couldn't even respect the guy enough to count the pennies out before you got there.
No,
You're such an ass.
and then fucking, no, what happened? And we were like 3 cents short, and we're like, fuck, fucking taxes.
There's no way they didn't give it to you for 3 cents.
Yeah, the guy's like, well, you're Marines, fucking, you can go ahead and have it.
So a little bit of
We're like,
respect there.
God
Thank God Marines. Thank God Marines get 3 cents worth of respect out of a fucking liquor store. Fuck.
We went back to the fucking fucking bedroom and we drank that shit and he was like, damn, no valemos madre, you know, like fucking we're two fucking sons of bitches, you know? And yeah, so that was the only time fucking we would get together was because he fucking ran out of alcohol and he would be the one like, hey, this guy fucking has fucking liquor in his room.
That explains y'all's current relationship. Or at least the one I was aware of 6 years ago when I met you guys. 7.
Yeah.
Shit, I met you guys so long ago. It's crazy. So, when was the last time you talked to Harambe? How's he doing?
That time.
How's he doing with this? Oh, so you haven't talked to him again since then?
Nope.
We don't know what course of action he ended up continuing down?
Nope.
Interesting. Gonna have to call him. Maybe call him on speaker next time we get together. See if he'd be willing to do a phone interview.
No.
We can change his voice. I can adjust his voice on the app. I'm gonna be able to tell who it is. It'll be fun.
It probably would, but I don't know.
Well, so there's a little bit more of Mr. Frank's marine memories. It's wonderful. I'm enjoying this little aspect of our podcast. Talking about Marines, you know what? I had some shit written down, but something just came to mind that I would like your opinion on.
Okay.
So we have a person we know of closely who wears a Marine's hat, has people say thank you for your service. Motherfucker was never a Marine. I ask him, what justifies that? What makes you think that's okay? He's like, my friends gave me this hat and said I'm an honorary Marine. What veracity is there to a person walking around? And I asked him, so why don't you say something when somebody says thank you for your service? And I didn't serve as a hat from my friend. He says, it's just a conversation not worth having. They want to show respect to a Marine. They think they've given respect to a Marine. I usually let them have it. And I was like, I think you're a piece of shit, sir.
Yeah.
How do you feel about guys that are willing to do something like that?
Well,
do you see their point? Do you see the point?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, there's always that one guy in the fucking group of fucking drinking buddies when it's all fucking Marines and yeah, this guy's our fucking honorary Marine. And it's usually because, well, I was gonna fucking serve, but, or fucking, yeah, he has a fighting spirit in him, he just never fucking enlisted. But
he's friends with Marines, Frank.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're my buddy. Can I
There's
tell
always
people
one.
I was in the Marines? Because you're my podcasting partner.
No, you can't, because you didn't fucking do the time and you...
No, but he doesn't tell anybody who's in the... He just lets people believe it. Because he wears a hat. If I showed up on this podcast wearing the hat, what would you say?
Take it off.
You would tell me to take it off?
Yeah, or fucking...
Do you know of any Marine that would allow another guy to wear a Marine's hat? Just for the sake of wearing it. Out of respect. Now, I know a guy who wears it because his brother is a Marine. But you ask him, hey, did you serve? I know my brother's a Marine. Is that okay?
No.
Or is that still kind of iffy because people that walk by just see that he's wearing a Marine's hat? Is that still a little odd?
Well, I'm supposed to say no, that's not okay if I'm going to take it off, but really, who cares? Like, I don't care if I can fucking wear it if you want.
There's a level of disrespect there.
Right, but fucking or not telling people they didn't serve. There was this act, or there's this thing called the Stolen Valor Act.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's illegal.
Yeah. Well, they were trying to make it
is that
official
a thing?
But somebody somewhere, I think it was Congress, voted against it, saying it's protected under the First Amendment.
That's bullshit. That's like somebody going on and saying that he's a
speech.
cop. As long as he's not acting as a cop, it's okay. Like, I can go tell people, yeah, I'm a cop, but I'm off duty, so I can't perform any action. As long as you're not performing the action of a cop, is it still legal? Do you know? Who knows?
If you're a cop, you're supposed to act on it.
If you're a cop. If you're a cop, yeah, but if you're not
yeah, but then if fucking you say you're a cop with other fucking cops, and then something goes down, and you didn't do shit, then they're like, hey, why didn't you fucking help us out? Why didn't you do something? And like, well,
because that would be illegal. If just saying that you're a cop is freedom of speech, you can say whatever the fuck you want as long as you're not acting on it, right? I guess this is what we're getting at. Yeah,
guess.
we're looking this up. We're gonna continue this conversation. I want to know more about that because it's been rubbing me the wrong way lately. So, we got false Marines out there. It's crazy. People are assholes.
Yeah.
People are just pieces of shit.
Yeah, and there's people that'll do that for to get free shit. Like, you know, Golden Corral does free buffet.
Yeah, free
on
beer
Veterans
from
Day.
the bartender or something.
Yeah.
On Memorial Day or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, what the fuck?
That's real fucked up. That's what's real. You go to parades and you're wearing that fucking hat. Like, you know there's a group of people out there that actually served about to march in that parade and you're gonna sit on the sidelines wearing the fucking hat as if you deserve every bit of respect as them.
Yeah.
Man, some people just deserve to be stabbed. I mean,
Maybe.
metaphorically speaking with words. I'm not advocating violence upon anybody.
Yeah.
If you so choose to do so, that is of your own accord and volition. So, as far as, well, let's go ahead and get into it because we're slowing down here a little bit. Do you know anybody personally that was injured or, you know, Purple Heart kind of situation?
I know
Whether
a lot of people.
did you serve with them?
Yeah.
Okay, with that, I definitely don't want to get into detail because I know how difficult a subject it could be. But you saw live fire, live action?
Yeah.
People were lost or injured?
Well, my platoon was lucky enough not to suffer any casualties.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great to hear.
But-
Again, it's something, I don't know how to bring this stuff up, but I know
Right.
it's great for people to hear.
But we did have some losses, and with my luck, of course, fucking this is what happened.
I mean, you're alive and you're whole, so your luck was pretty
every
good.
time we lost fucking somebody, I was on the radio, so I would hear the whole thing fucking happening.
It's good.
Well,
I mean, it's good that you were on the radio and not there having
Right.
it happen too. And it's rough that you gotta hear it all go on, but, you know, count your stars.
yeah, and then you fucking expect the worst when you're fucking just hearing things. You know,
Right,
fuck.
right.
But
What'd you do on the radio? What kind of calls? Were you taking
Well,
calls? Were you relaying messages?
I wasn't a radio operator, but we would set up watch, you know, be on rooftops, fucking watching over the area, and one of us, usually the fucking boot, you know, the rookie, would be the one on the radio listening in, doing radio checks, you know, so that we can tell the fucking squad leader, and the squad leader can get on the radio and fucking
relay.
yeah.
Letting him know if you saw something suspicious or
Yeah.
things were clear, fresh updates. How often were you expected to give updates? Was it only when you saw something?
Every hour you would have to do a radio check.
Okay.
Like fucking.
Just make sure nothing
Hey,
gone
you, this
haywire.
is me. Radio check. Like radio check clear. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was curious about, how that went down. What did you end up seeing anything yourself? Did you have to send any information out?
Send information? No.
Or just relay?
Relay. Like relay, fucking in person. Yeah, I would fucking. I'm remembering this one fucking time. Fucking, that was the first time. I got a call on the radio when we were fresh in, and I was like, what was it? Fucking. I don't remember. But I was like, hey, I think I said, hey, fucking Rage 7, or no, was it Rage 7, Rage 4? I don't remember. Whatever the fuck the call sign was, and these guys were making fun of me, like, hey,
Hey,
yeah,
Rage 7, hey,
then-
because the way you opened
yeah, and then somebody was like, answer, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Because I
So I
was like,
did. Yeah, so I did, and I'm like, yeah, send it, whatever. But
hey.
yeah, that kind of relay I did. Like I would do it, fucking, you know, fucking yell it down the fucking stairs. I remember.
Hey!
Yeah.
I'm gonna bug you with that so much now. We're gonna start the next podcast. Hey! Welcome to Completely Inappropriate Podcast.
And yeah, that kind of thing. So yeah, like I was telling my fucking platoon commander, the fucking lieutenant, like, hey, we got fucking an injured guy. And he was like, oh, somebody was fucking wounded? And I'm like, no, he's walking off, he's fine, right?
He's just drunk.
No. And then it turns out that guy stepped on an IED.
Oh,
but
fuck!
But it was buried so deep that fucking...
It's just a shockwave.
It didn't do any fucking serious damage. He just got shrapnel in his foot.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh! But still, like, the percussion of something like that, did it rock him around? Did he get... I was curious about stuff like if you knew anybody that got, like, traumatic brain injury or shell shock or you know, something like that.
Yeah.
So he got shrapnel in his foot, though?
Yeah, I remember seeing him.
And you saw him walking off?
Yeah, I remember seeing him fucking walking into the fucking HQ, fucking pissed like a motherfucker. Like, yeah, fucking stupid ID fucking went off of my foot. Fucking Haji's can't even fucking do that right. I'm like,
Haji's?
okay. Yeah.
Hajibs? Like Hajib wearing?
Yeah.
Okay, the bit of a derogatory term, but after your foot gets fucking half blown up, you can blame the guy.
Yeah.
Hajis, I like Hajis. I mean, I don't like that. Alright, so...
I was gonna use another fucking derogatory
No, you're good.
But I'm like, no, he didn't say that,
No,
so I shouldn't say that
don't
either.
say that. I don't know what you're gonna say, but let's say it. So you get it, you call it in, and you see him walking off. There's no, so how'd you find out that his foot was half blown off?
It wasn't half blown
I
out,
know,
it just had fucking tremor in it.
That's
but
crazy that they buried it too deep. I could see that though, like it doesn't take much to stop. Like it would have to be top couple inches, right, for it to do real damage?
Yeah, like
once you get like a foot down, you have too much.
Yeah, like in the tendon or right here on this side of the fucking, on the inside of your thigh, you got your femoral artery, which is fucking vital.
Anything clips that, yeah, you're in trouble.
You're gone.
So the guy was okay though, man?
Yeah.
I mean, he was walking off, he was pissed. And
yeah. And I also know this one guy that the convoy got hit in the building we were operating, the forward operating base, the FOB. Yeah, and he got rocked. He had
the vehicle get tipped, or was it just kind of stopped?
Yeah, because he was the guy on the fucking machine gun.
So
he got the Humvee, yeah, and the guy was standing, and then the thing went boom, and the fucking Humvee went to the side.
Oh, goddamn.
Fucking, yeah, the guy fucking, I guess, pulled off. I don't know. But,
I mean, if the shockwave didn't hurt him, maybe the head hitting the fucking ground would have hurt him. So, okay, man.
Yeah, and then, I don't remember exactly what his fucking side effects were, but I remember him saying that fucking, that shit fucking sucked. That he fucking, yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah, that he got rocked and his fucking head fucking crashed side to side, whatever, fucking.
Yeah, man. The reason I'm curious about it is I was listening to an Audible original called "The Dead Drink First" by Dale Maharaj, Pulitzer Prize winner. "The Dead Drink First," and it's about a guy who had a bad relationship with his dad, who was in World War II, and it wasn't necessarily a bad relationship. Apparently, the guy mellowed out in his older years, as they do, but. His trauma from getting rocked in this giant explosion he was very short-tempered, that CTE or whatever it's called, the cranial trauma, brain damage. Anyway, shell shock is what they called it back then. Now we have 40 different words for it. And they go talking about how your brain becomes like silly putty during a shockwave like that. Like it's hit with such force that your brain doesn't just get rocked, it can shatter in places. It'll solidify being hit that hard, and it can crack in places. And what it does is it breaks off neural pathways that should be functioning are no longer connected anymore. So these pathways end up being in the frontal cortex, where where there's frontal lobe damage that controls your impulse control. So like you get these MMA fighters that get rocked all the time, and boxers that get rocked all the time, that end up beating their wives or fucking screaming at people in public because they can't control their impulses, because that particular part of the brain has been rocked so hard that they can no longer control themselves, and it can cause a lot. It can cause like PTSD, but the idea is that it goes into shell shock. That this memory, like in this one person's instance from this book, anytime somebody would say thank you for your service and it brought him back to the memories of being in the service, he would physically shut down. He would mentally be able to hear you, but he would what's it called when you're asleep and you're awake?
Sleep paralysis.
Yes, like it's basically waking paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
Now he'd end up, he's smoking a cigarette there, and then all of a sudden a thought comes in to his brain, and he can't move for the next 2.5, 3 minutes, because his brain is locked in this thought. And it's intense, man. It's sad. It's amazing what people are willing to put themselves through for their country. So thank you for enlisting. I don't know if you realized that was a possibility for you. Like, did you? I mean, when you enlisted, I know you always think about like death, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if you're enlisted or not. Certain people, we just think about death. But what did you think when you entered the service about something like that, about brain trauma or coming back without a limb or something? Was that ever a thought?
No, because I wanted to.
Yeah, that
die
useful
in Iraq.
You wanted to.
Yeah.
You thought that would be the best outcome?
Well, the thing was that it's not a fucking story from my fucking boob days. My first few days in the fleet, you get you go to supply and you get your fucking supplies. You know, your helmet, your bulletproof vest, which we call a flak jacket, and your sleeping bag and your pack and all that.
Your stuff for actual.
Right. So then we went over.
Your cities and stuff you already got.
And I'm getting my stuff, and then there's only one flak jacket left, and it was an extra large, I think, or an extra large.
And at this point, you're still extra small.
So I hesitated because I'm a medium, because it's gotta cover your vital organs.
Of course,
so
it's gotta be all the way down the belly.
Yeah, one size bigger, and this is one of those Vietnam ones. And
what do you mean? And what's a Vietnam one?
The Vietnam, the bulletproof vest with these
the ceramic plates.
No, those are the current ones. But
really, I thought that was older model with the
the Vietnam ones were mostly fucking. They were kind of spongy, like.
Just like layers of Kevlar.
And the fucking Velcro doesn't always work because it's been fucking ripped off.
Yeah.
So it fucking wear and tear and shit. And so.
Dude, I know just what you mean. When I was in second grade, I had these Velcro shoes. They just would not stay on. Let me tell you, same exact thing as a bulletproof vest.
Yeah. And so I hesitated, and in my hesitation, this other guy fucking snagged
it up.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm like. Okay, and then I tell the guy who's a fucking, I don't like using the term civilian, but he was a fucking civilian, and...
Why don't you, side note, why not? What's the problem with using the term civilian?
Because they're just regular people, and then cops, they fucking, they call fucking everyone fucking civilians, unless they're in fucking military uniforms, and they're like, okay, this guy fucking military.
That's the purpose of the nomenclature. What's your problem with it?
Right, because it just, I don't like... Son of it.
It's like I don't like calling black people. Like, but they're black.
You call them by their name.
No, but I know. You know what I mean. You son of a bitch.
Yeah. So anyways, he was a fucking regular jack off, and I'm over here fucking. He's.
Oh, the regular jack off's the one that took the vest. No, he was passing
the guy that was working there. So he checks off the list. Okay, you got everything except your flak jacket, and I'm like, yeah, you guys are out. And he's like, okay, well, no, just fucking come back.
Why is it? Hold on. With all these stories you tell, it always sounds like you're the last fucking guy in line. Is that on purpose?
No.
Is this engineered in your own mind? But like, I'm gonna be the last guy.
No, it's fucking universe, man. So then he's like, okay, well, no problem. Fucking come back in like about a week or so, whatever, and fucking we'll have a flak jacket for you, the fucking Coyote ones, which are the ones that we're using now. Just saying here, I'm like, okay. And I had a fucking NCO, a corporal, an E4 fucking with me, and you're supposed to have one of those kind of fucking supervise and make sure everything goes fucking smooth.
Okay.
I guess he didn't pay attention to that part or whatever, but fucking I signed, and he's like, okay, cool, fucking you got everything except my flak jacket. What do you mean you don't have a flak jacket? I'm like, they ran out. Okay, well fucking then we'll come back, whatever the fuck. Okay, cool. We come back. Because the fucking shipment came through, and they're like, okay, if you have a fucking Vietnam fucking vest, fucking, let's go.
Couldn't exchange it for a new one.
Yeah, and then it was my turn, and the guy's like, where's your flag
jacket?
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't have one. What do you mean you don't have one? I'm like,
you didn't have one to exchange?
Yeah, I'm like, you guys ran out, and you said, fucking come back, and fucking we'll give you a fucking new one. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah.
No, dude,
like,
I'm just making this shit up for fun.
Like, who told you that? You did. Really? Yeah. And so he went and he's like, I'm gonna go talk to my supervisor, blah blah blah. And he comes back scratching his head, and he's like, who told you this? You did. And he's like, are you sure? I'm like, you're wearing the same red hat you were wearing when I fucking saw you. And he's like, I don't know. Well, anyways, it was a big fucking deal. And I finally ended up getting my fucking flak jacket, and I'm like, motherfucker, I hope I fucking died.
Jesus, dude.
Like, I better fucking die in Iraq over this.
Dude, now you say that. Let's bring this back down to reality. You're saying that people actually died over there.
Yeah.
You have no qualms about saying something like that?
Well, you know, I've always had kind of a death wish, because when I was a kid, I would remember fucking just randomly fucking crying that fucking, you know, I'm gonna fucking kill myself, whatever, I just want to die. Well then, yeah. So then the flak jacket is probably an excuse for me to say out loud, I hope I fucking die.
God, that's such a whiny bitch thing to say.
Well,
I mean, a lot of people feel that way at times, but to say it out loud is just desperation for fucking attention. You're such an emo boy.
Well, that was me.
At the time.
Yeah.
I know you're not like that anymore. I mean, we're all pretty fucking emo until the age of X, you know?
Yeah.
Some people till forever. Well, that's good, man. I'm happy you made it through. Happy you got your flak jacket. Happy you came back with most of your mind intact. Fucking great stories here, man. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get a little more in. You know, next time I know we're getting a lot of attention for these types of episodes because people are curious. They want to know what the mindset is of people that go into this, how it affects them when they're in, and how they're affected when they're out. And you're a beautiful person for sharing. So thank you for that, Frank. We appreciate you being open and honest with us. So this has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. We're at 47 minutes. Yeah, we're at 47 minutes.
Oh, okay.
If you want to stick around, we might be able to fit another one in, but I say we'll just bank this one.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, this was a good one. Love these episodes. Well, Frank, thank you. This has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I'm Tony, and this is
Frank.
You can reach us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com, at completelyinap on Twitter, at CI Podcast on Instagram. I get a lot better at this as we get through the episodes. Hit us up. Let us know your completely inappropriate stories, your inappropriate questions. If you have any questions for Frank about his experiences in the Marines, if you have any questions for me about my experiences with gays, I don't know, experiences with anything, relationship advice, let us know. We're here for you. We love you guys. Frank, anything left to say?
I come from my mama and I like pie.
Now say it like you mean it. Like it's
no, because
fun.
I was gonna say fucking, you know,
Say
be excellent to each other, but you're like,
well, you can add it to whatever you have to say. So be excellent.
Be excellent to each other. Fucking.
I know that.
Keanu Reeves, man.
Be
mean,
bro.
The fucking Keanu Reeves being fucking some sort of fucking Jesus guy.
Yeah, but I feel like it comes from something else. Anyway, be excellent.
Be excellent to each other.
Be lovely. Be wonderful. We love you. Take it easy, everybody. We come from
our mamas. I come from my mama, and I like pie.
And I'm Tony. Take it easy, everybody.